Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. That's the most important thing, guys. Today we are taking a look at the brand new MiG-25 from Golden Key Studio, GKS. It's priced at 37 euros, about $40, which puts it in the mid to upper price range for add-ons. Let's break down what you're getting at this price point. In terms of visual, both inside the cockpit and in the exterior, GKS has done a solid job. The cockpit is highly detailed with well-done textures and plenty of small touches to enhance immersion. For example, you can toggle between English and Russian instrument labels, which is a neat feature. This option is accessed through the subtle menu on the top left corner of the central console. The various panels and controls are nicely modeled. I won't go through each one in detail, though if you want a tutorial, drop a comment and I will prepare a full video. Overall, the buttons, switches and panels look great, and the lighting is handled well, creating a good sense of immersion in this cramped cockpit, although calling a fighter jet cockpit cramped is kind of a given. On the exterior, you will notice the same attention to detail with a few exceptions. There are 9 liveries to choose from, all with well-chosen textures and colors. The landing gear is well modeled with all the unique details of the MiG-25, and special mention goes to the 2 massive engines. They are incredibly detailed, and the afterburner effects are some of the best I've seen in Microsoft Flight Simulator, especially with those distinct red flames that really stand out. The 3D model as a whole is convincing, though I did notice an issue with the navigation lights. They don't seem to cast a light in the right places, which is a minor disappointment. To sum it up, GKS delivers a strong visual representation of the MiG-25. And I will give you a couple of minutes to have a look at the plane. Now, sound design is where things get a bit trickier. I imagine it would have been nearly impossible for GKS to get authentic MiG-25 sounds, so what we get is a generic engine sound quite similar to the FA-18 Super Hornet. The sound is pretty flat and doesn't offer much in the way of personality. That's a shame, especially considering the MiG-25 Tumansky engines that can push out 100 kN of thrust. You would expect them to leave a bigger audio impression. It's not terrible, but it does take away from the excitement of flying such a legendary aircraft. The cockpit sounds are also underwhelming. Everything feels a bit too muted to my taste. Here is where things get serious. The MiG-25 is one of the few aircraft in history capable of Mach 3. Along with legends like the SR-71 and the MiG-31, I personally struggled to push past Mach 2.4, so I might have missed something, as others have reportedly hit higher speeds. In terms of flight behavior, the MiG-25 reminds me a lot of GKS earlier release, the F-111. It's not the most stable aircraft and demands constant attention from the pilot. If you are not careful, things can go south quickly. I highly recommend using the autopilot as much as possible, since it automatically manages pitch and trim adjustments. The biggest issue though is the yo-yo effect at high speeds. Even slight inputs from the stick can cause the plane to move up and down in an exaggerated manner similar to the F-111. It feels unrealistic and looks awkward in motion. I hope GKS addresses this in the future updates, but so far it doesn't seem to be a priority for them. On the plus side, a lot of switches and buttons in the cockpit are functional. You have full control over radio communications, navigation systems, autopilot, radar, and even the drag chute, though I couldn't figure out how to repack it after landing. For those flying on PC, you can also manage your armament, but you will need to download the weapon pack from the F-111. I will include the link in the description. Overall, the flight experience is decent, but not groundbreaking. You can manage all phases of flight easily enough, which is good, but it doesn't really go beyond that. On Xbox, I did a multiplayer flight from Lakenheath to East Midlands, and both are add-on airports, with East Midlands being quite resource heavy, as you know, and I'm happy to report the flight went absolutely smooth. So where do I land with the MiG-25 from GKS? It's decent but not mind-blowing. I don't get the same thrill flying this MiG as I do with jets from CJ Simulation or Just Flight, for instance. That being said, it's not without its charm. There's a lot to like, especially with the impressive presentation. If you are really itching to fly this legendary aircraft and don't mind the $40 price tag, then go for it. It will make a nice addition to your virtual hangar. And thanks for checking out this review of the MiG-25. Let me know what you liked or didn't like in the comments, so we can provide more opinions for the community. Take care and see you soon in the skies. Ciao.